This way, please.
Oh, did you prefer another table?
No, I was just looking. I thought I might see someone I know.
Carolyn's father lives at the inn.
Well, let's take a look at the bill of fare, huh? Girls like to have something special for dinner tonight, huh?
What is it we always have here, Mom? Is it filet of sole, Meunier, or Mornay?
I don't remember.
Oh, Mornay has the sauce. Well, that sounds pretty good to me, too. How about you, Marsha?
That's fine. Just fine.
I can't tell you, girls, how wonderful this is for me. I haven't been able to sit down to a good dinner and just relax in months. Thanks for coming, both of you.
Well, we both thank you for asking us. Do you do your own cooking at home?
Yeah.
How is it?
Oh, it's, I eat out a lot.
I thought most bachelors prided themselves on their culinary skill.
Yeah, that's what I had heard, too.
But you make a great cup of coffee, right?
Oh, terrible.
Have you ever been married, Dr. Rossi?
Well, I think you better prepare yourself, Doctor. You're about to take the witness stand.
It's all right, it's all right. No, Carolyn, I've never been married. And if you're going to ask me why, I'm going to take the Fifth Amendment.
No, I just wondered. It's very romantic, isn't it, being a bachelor doctor?
Not really.
To some women, I mean.
Is it?
Well, come on. You're putting me on. You have to know about that.
Well, I thought you were kind of putting me on, aren't you?
Oh, come on. I thought there was always a long waiting list to see Dr. Rossi. I thought that half the women in town considered you the biggest catch around.
Well, it's a small town. Helen. Listen, we're going to have...
May I please be excused? I think I have a headache. You two have a very good time, and I'll be sure and leave the porch light on for you.
Carolyn.
Listen, wait a minute. Well, you're not going to go after her, are you? Come on. Sit down. She's all right?
No, she's not all right.
Would you like some more time, Doctor?
Oh, I'm sorry, Helen. No, please.
Mike.
I'm sorry. Well, I just had no idea she objected to me so strongly.
No, of course not. It's not you she objects to. It's me. My accepting your invitation.
I see. I mean, is this the first time you've been out since your divorce? Well, I'm honored. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She'll be all right.
I hope so.
Was she close to her father?
Oh, yes. She's the only child.
No, that doesn't mean anything.
Oh, I don't know. I just don't know. I just hope I'm doing the right thing.
Marsha, look, you're going to have to pick up the pieces sometime. Now, she's a bright girl. She'll understand all this in time.
She can't understand things that she doesn't know about.
You know, they have the finest steaks here in all of New England. I think I'm the only one that knows anything about it. Now, come on. Helen. 2 very nice steaks. How do you like them?
Medium rare.
Both.
You interrupt the maestro in the middle of a rhapsody?
What are you doing here?
Interesting story.
Well, save it and get out.
I come here for a little peace, understanding, and solitude. And what do I get?
You're lucky I didn't call the cops. Now, will you get out of here?
No, it's not decent of you to be wandering around the minister's house in your night clothes.
You want me to call the Reverend?
Go ahead.
Look, Look, Joe, haven't you had enough trouble?
They won't be home till late this evening. I'll be happy to take a message.
So that was you on the phone.
Right. I wanted to talk to you alone, so you're alone.
The Winters will be home any minute now, and if they find you here...
All I want is a little conversation.
How many times do I have to slam the door in your face?
Look, I don't believe you.
Leave me alone.
Look, Jill, you were made my image. I need to be loved. Can't you understand that?
No chance, Joe, no chance.
Look, I don't want to hurt you.
You're gonna freeze, Joe. Maybe then you believe me.
Jill, you are in a church.
Oh, Mrs.
Well,
Winter.
why don't you go to the beach? You'll find a lot more privacy there.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened yet.
Look, Mrs. Winter, it's my fault. I shouldn't have come here.
I think the woman determines the time and place, Mr. Rossi.
But you're deliberately misunderstanding.
Am I?
Well, if you...
Isn't Joe the father of your child?
Yes.
Let me tell you what I think of you. I think you're cheap. I think it's cheap of you to select this place and this church. And I also think it's cheap of you to ask for our help in starting a new life, only to resort back to your old way of living.
I didn't invite him here. He was here in the church.
You better get out. Now.
Yes, ma'am.
You're being unfair.
And what would you call yourself? This isn't going to work out.
Jill? What's the matter? What happened? Susan, what happened?
Well, I guess it was just a matter of time.
What was?
A little friendly playing around in church.
Jill?
Yes, Jill. Oh, look, Tom, we both knew the risk when we brought her here.
Susan, what happened?
Do you know how many people have mentioned Jill to me in the last few days?
People like to gossip.
True, people do like to gossip, but they also saw the impropriety of it.
What impropriety?
A young Central girl living here in the ministry.
Susan, what happened?
Jill and whatever his name is, Joe Rossi, were making love.
Making love?
That's right. Do I have to spell it out for you? They were in each other's arms.
He must have forced it.
Why?
Because I know him, I know how he feels about Jill.
Oh, you mean he's the aggressor and Jill is sweet, innocent Jill, and she should beat him off with a club. Well, why didn't she?
All right. All right.
I told Jill it couldn't work out, her living here.
You what?
Oh, look, Tom, I'm no Puritan. We both know that, but I don't like to see your church used like the backseat of a car.
You should have discussed this with
I
me.
know I should have discussed it, but I was angry.
You still should discuss it with me.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
I have to know how I failed you.
What's wrong with just cutting out? I've done it before.
I have to know how I failed you.
Don't pull that on me.
Why don't you just dance your way over to a table and rest up, huh?
When I'm tired.
Well, why don't we sit down?